Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigeria news and out the news in details. Insecurity, restructure now or risk Nigerians' disintegration, Obasanjo cries out. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has again warned that without restructuring, the country will remain insecure, unstable, stagnated at best, or disintegrate at worst. Obasanjo said this on Friday during a virtual annual Sobo lecture organized by Abeokuta Club with the title COVID-19 Pandemic and Nigerian Security Issues, The Way Forward. The former president said he remained a firm believer of the unity of the country and has never lived for the destruction of incapacitations of the country, but hinted that reform of the federating unit is the only way out of the present challenges. He said, "The issue of Nigerians' future as a result of our current security situations must not be taken non-seriously, as I see it as a matter of life and death for our country, which must not be toyed with. My personal conviction is that, with the experience we have had operating the current constitutions, where we have seen some important aspects of the constitution being breached willfully and wantonly, and with the center seemingly being overwhelmed by the issue of security, with crying need from different quarters for reform of the basic structures of Nigeria's federating unit, there is need for the repositioning of our country for the purpose of unity, equity, competence, good governance, security, stability, healthy competition, justice, fast socio-economic development, and making Nigerians undisputed regional leader. And as a regional leader, Nigeria must always be at the table and be an effective contributor to global decision-making process, an adequate share in worldwide divisions of labor and global resources. I remain firmly convinced that without reform of federating unit, as I would like to satisfy those who may not like the word restructuring, Nigeria will remain insecure, unstable, non-progressive, and stagnated at best, or disintegrated at the worst. I have not lived for the demise of Nigeria, nor for its destruction or incapacitations in any form. Rather, I have lived to make and see a great and united country. Peppering over the obvious cracks in Nigerians' politics is not the answer. Tearing up or seeking disintegration is also not the solution. Remaining silent makes us accomplices, and irresponsibly so. The solution lies in men and women imbued with courage, nationalism, patriotism, commitment, foresight, and love in critical mass to spearhead the crusade for new Nigeria. Let us launch and promote such a crusade on the slogan, "Security matters to all." No security, no Nigeria. And the time is now. Delay is postponing the evil day. Now, no part of the country can claim to be safe from the menace and insecurity caused by terrorists, armed robbers, human traffickers, kidnappers of all sorts, cattle rustlers, insurgents, bandits, herders, farmers' conflict. We are all challenged to put our thinking caps on, join hands, and seek solutions together. Otherwise, we will be destroyed piecemeal. There is no time to stand and stare or just to continue to call on government that are ineffective. Let us take initiative and spearhead actions that will involve government and the governed and will devolve security architecture, apparatus, arrangement, and responsibility in subsidiarity, Obasanjo says. Wow. It is amazing the way some Nigerian reasons, trust me. Because there has been no time in the history of Nigeria that a country had been bed-eviled with the type of problems playing out at this present period of time. I think this period of time, this tenure has been one of the most significant tenure that does not even favor Nigerian government. The killings, the insurgency, the rape, the kidnapping, the banditry, the insecurity, the poverty rate on a daily basis. and it seems to be no solutions in sight. And therefore, the economy is nothing to write home about. The economy is becoming worse and worse every day. Things are becoming more expensive and expensive every day. May God help us. And here is a former head of state advising Nigerians genuinely on the best way forward, and grossly uninformed people are here keeping insult. The thing is that unless the truth has left these adversaries, who would rather insult than proffer solutions, they must seek forgiveness from the Almighty God. Because the pertinent question to ask is, if Nigeria was half as decayed as it today, during Obasanjo's 8 years, at the helm of affairs, can we not for once forsake personal grievances or hatred and savage Nigeria? If it is still salvageable, a patriotic Nigerians would prefer a better solutions and not insults. I'm telling you, this present administrations is nothing to write home about. But we're just praying that God should amend everything. That is just our prayer. I'm telling you. Because come to think about it, even the North, they are benefiting from the improper arrangement they put in place. And they are still in power. My question is this, how can they agree to restructure? Is it possible for the Northerners to agree to restructure? Internal colonialism has befallen Southerners. And it is a very big pity that tribal hatred in the South cannot allow them have a common front to free themselves. May God help us. May God help us in this Nigerian systems. Let's hear what people are saying. People are saying that why are you Southwest leaders afraid of stating the obvious? As a one Mumu Nigeria, nothing is working. Absolutely nothing is working. You ruled 2 terms and with an eye for a third one. But you failed to restructure, and now you are an apostle for restructuring. Let us take initiative and spearhead actions that will involve government and the governed and devolve security architectures, apparatus, arrangement, responsibility in subsidiaries. And somebody was saying that nothing much to say than what has been said. President Muhammadu Buhari should listen to the voice of God. True men. He should listen before the Nigerian government turns to something else. Nigerians were saying that Obasanjo did his best in his own time. Do you even realize what it took Obasanjo to term the military from taking over government? His singular actions on the military, which no other Nigerian could have taken at that time, is what is sustaining democracy today. Obasanjo is a courageous leader. Disintegration my foot. Why did he not restructure during his time? They said, I thank God that we still have people like Obasanjo and Kanu of High Hope for this. God will give you more years. Let people talk. Obasanjo has stressed on restructuring. Fulanis are saying that they were born to rule cows and not Nigeria. God, please have mercy on Nigeria. This is what we are praying for now. We are praying for God's mercy in this Nigerian system. It is only God that can restructure our Nigerian government. So, my people, what do you think? What is your own take about this? Your comment is highly appreciated. And kindly drop your comment at the comment section. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We say God bless you. If you're yet to do so, kindly press the subscription button below. And also, please don't forget to also press the notification button so that whenever we upload news, you will always be the first person to watch our latest news. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day and stay safe at this crucial time. Bye.